Irma's Sandwich Shop, written by Vic Moores, illustrated by Dominic Catalano. Irma opens a shop. We all like a good sandwich, and we all have our favorites. Maybe it's peanut butter and jam, or maybe it's ham and cheese with pickles and mustard. But not Irma. She did not like sandwiches, but she sure could make them. In fact, Irma loved to make sandwiches. She loved it more than anything else. Irma made lots of sandwiches, and she never heard of one she couldn't make. So no one was surprised when Irma opened a sandwich shop. Irma's shop was on the corner of Pumpernickel and Rye. It was the busiest corner in town. Everyone passed her shop at least once a day, and when they did, they had to stop. Irma nailed a large sign to the front of her shop. It read, Irma's Tasty Sandwich Shop. You name it, and I'll make it. Irma's famous sandwiches. There wasn't a sandwich Irma couldn't make, and it wasn't long before everyone began to believe it. You name the sandwich, Irma would make it. If she didn't have the ingredients, it never took her long to get them. She had every kind of bread known. She had whole wheat, she had rye, she had pumpernickel, and she had sourdough. Why? She even had plain white bread. She had bread with nuts in it. She had bread with fruit in it. She baked it all in the back of her little shop. If Irma didn't have the bread you wanted, she would bake it. Irma's first customer was Reuben Cornwall. He wanted corned beef with Swiss cheese and sauerkraut, and he wanted it on rye bread. Irma called the sandwich a Reuben. It was a big hit at the shop. She sold more Reubens than any other sandwich. Little Joey Tawtree came into Irma's shop more than anyone else did. Each day he stopped at Irma on his way to school. Each day he ordered a different sandwich. All the kids in the lunchroom were impressed with Joey's sandwiches. He loved sausage sandwiches with chocolate sauce and bean sprouts. But his most impressive sandwich was one stacked high with 10 different kinds of meat. Between each layer of meat was something different. There was mustard and ketchup and lettuce and peppers. There was grape and jam and pickles and peanut butter and horseradish. Most people got a stomachache just watching Joey eat his amazing sandwiches. But not Joey. He would just let out a big burp as he finished. Then he would smile and wipe off his face. All the animals wanted sandwiches. Irma became a very famous sandwich maker. Before long, every living creature was stopping by Irma's shop. Each one ordered his or her favorite sandwich. One day, Sammy's steak slithered in from a nearby swamp. Tongue flickered wildly for the scent of his favorite meat. What can I make for you? Asked Irma. Sammy thought for a minute. Then he replied, I'll have a rash and lizard sandwich with bug relish. Okay, said Irma, but that one will take a little time. I have to go out and get the ingredients. I'm happy to wait, said Sammy with a smile. A truly good sandwich is worth waiting for. An hour later, Irma was back. She had a basket full of rats and lizards and bugs. She carefully laid them among fresh lettuce between two slices of rye. Sammy swallowed the sandwich in one big gulp. Then she slithered out of Irma's with a bulge stomach. The next day, Val the vulture swooped into Irma's shop. Val sat on the counter and waited patiently for the service. Soon, Irma came out of the kitchen to take Val's order. What can I make for you? Asked Irma. Val asked to see a menu, which as she flapped out the door. I'll be back for another in a couple of days. Irma's biggest challenge. Each day seemed to offer Irma a new challenge, but her biggest challenge came when Billy the ghost walked into her shop. Welcome, Billy, said Irma as he rammed the door open with horns. I suppose you have come to challenge my sandwich making ability. So what will you have? Billy began to rattle off a list of ingredients: crushed tin cans, oat stalks, thistles, a bird nest, an old book, a head of cabbage, some pickled peppers, and some minced cheese mold, a dash of salt, and a cup of hot salsa. Is that all? Yep, said Billy, but I wouldn't mind if you toast the old stalks. Whatever you say, replied Irma. Do you want anything to wash it down with? Yeah, give me a mug of dishwater, said Billy. After that day, Irma really knew there was not a sandwich